Today, we're going to explore one of the most profound spiritual books ever written, I Am That, by Nisargadatta Maharaj. Do not think of this book as a philosophy book or a collection of beliefs. It is a direct invitation to investigate who you really are. Most human beings live their entire lives assuming they know who they are. If someone asks, "Who are you?" the answer usually comes immediately. We say our name, our profession, our age, our nationality, our religion, our family role, or our achievements. We might say, "I am Kaiser, I am a teacher, I am an Indian, I am a son, I am a businessman." But Nisargadatta asks a very simple question. Are these things truly what you are, or are they merely descriptions that have been added to you? Let us begin with direct observation. You can observe your body. You can look at your hands, you can feel sensations in your body, you can notice whether you are tired or energetic. Because you can observe the body cannot be the observer. The observer and the observed cannot be the same thing. Now look at your thoughts. Thoughts come and go throughout the day. One moment you're thinking about work, the next moment you're thinking about food, then a memory appears, then a plan for tomorrow appears. You are aware of these thoughts. Since you are aware of them, you cannot be identical to them. Thoughts are objects appearing in awareness. Now look at your emotions. Happiness comes, sadness comes, anxiety comes, excitement comes, fear comes. Every emotion has a beginning and an end, yet something is aware of each emotion. The awareness remains while the emotions change. So we have discovered something important. We are not the body because we observe the body. We are not thoughts because we observe thoughts. We are not emotions because we observe emotions. Then who are we? This question is the heart of the entire book. Nisargadatta points us toward a simple fact that exists before all labels. Before you say I am happy, there is I am. Before you say I am tired, there is I am. Before you say I am successful, there is I am. The pure sense of existence is present before every description. Take a moment and notice this. Right now, without referring to your name, your history, your age, your occupation, or your beliefs, you know that you exist. You do not need proof. You do not need a certificate. You do not need another person to confirm it. Your existence is self-evident. Nisargadatta says that this simple feeling, I am, is the doorway to understanding your true nature. Most people spend their lives focused on what comes after the words I am. I am rich, I am poor, I am healthy, I am sick, I am respected, I am ignored. But very few people investigate the pure sense of being itself. When you sit quietly and simply remain with the feeling of existence, something interesting begins to happen. The mind gradually becomes less important. Thoughts continue to arise, but they lose their power. You begin to discover a deeper stillness underneath mental activity. Nisargadatta often spoke about the witness. The witness is not a thing. It is the awareness in which all experiences occur. Imagine sitting beside a river. The water flows continuously. Leaves float by. Debris floats by. The river keeps moving. Your thoughts are like that river. The witness is like the person sitting on the bank, watching everything pass. Most of us have become so identified with the river that we have forgotten the bank. We are swept away by every thought, every fear, every desire, and every memory. Spiritual understanding begins when we rediscover the witnessing presence. Another important teaching concerns desire and fear. According to Nisargadatta, most psychological suffering comes from these two forces. We want something we do not have, or we fear losing something we already possess. Nearly every mental disturbance can be traced to desire or fear. Think about your own life. Whenever you feel anxious, ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Whenever you feel restless, ask yourself, what am I wanting? This simple observation reveals the machinery of the mind. The goal is not to suppress desire or eliminate fear through force. The goal is to become aware of them without identifying with them. When awareness is present, psychological reactions lose much of their control over us. One of the most challenging teachings in I Am That is the statement that the world appears in consciousness. Usually we believe that consciousness exists inside the body and that the body exists in the world. Nisargadatta invites us to examine this assumption. Everything you know about the world appears through consciousness. Every sight, sound, taste, smell, sensation, thought, and memory appears within awareness. Without consciousness, there is no experience of the world. Therefore, he suggests that consciousness is more fundamental than the objects appearing within it. This is not meant to be accepted as a belief. It is meant to be investigated directly. Another powerful inquiry concerns change and permanence. Look back at your childhood. Your body has changed. Your opinions have changed. Your relationships have changed. Your circumstances have changed. Yet there is a sense that something has remained constant throughout your entire life. What is that constant factor? Nisargadatta points toward that unchanging presence. Everything else comes and goes. The witness remains. People often ask how long it takes to realize the truth. Nisargadatta's response is surprising. He says that reality is already present. The problem is not that we lack reality. The problem is that we are identified with what we are not. Imagine a person dreaming at night. While dreaming, the dream seems completely real. Then the person wakes up and realizes that the dream was never ultimately real. Spiritual awakening is often described in a similar way. We awaken from mistaken identification with the body and mind and recognize our true nature as awareness itself. This does not mean we stop functioning in the world. We still work, eat, talk, exercise, love, and fulfill responsibilities. The difference is that we are no longer psychologically trapped by our identities. So how should we practice? First, develop the habit of observing thoughts rather than immediately believing them. Second, become aware of emotions without becoming lost in them. Third, spend a few minutes every day resting in the simple feeling of I am. Fourth, ask yourself throughout the day, who is aware of this experience right now? Do not rush to answer the question intellectually. The purpose of the question is to turn attention toward awareness itself. Over time, you may discover that what you truly are cannot be described in words. Every description belongs to the mind. Awareness itself is prior to all descriptions. That is why Nisargadatta repeatedly returns to simplicity. Stay with the sense of being. Stay with the feeling, I am. Observe everything that appears and disappears. Gradually, you begin to recognize that your true nature is not the changing content of experience, but the awareness in which all experience unfolds. This is the essence of I am that. It is not asking you to become something new. It is inviting you to discover what you have always been.